What's up, guys? Mambo Mike here. Finding approval for a problem or a negative thought you have about yourself. So finding approval is about releasing resistance to the problem. It is not about making it look like the problem you have is a good thing. So I think there's a lot of confusion about that. So we don't want to reinforce negative patterns or beliefs or thoughts or ideas about ourselves. We want to find compassion and understanding for why we develop those ideas or beliefs or problems or patterns. So, for example, maybe you were a very tough person. So you're tough on other people, and maybe you grew up in an environment where you had to be tough, or people will pick on you. So that's just one example, right? So it's not that you want to be tough, but you felt like you needed to be tough in order to survive. Or maybe you allowed other people to violate your boundaries. So you grew up in an environment where you were abused, and you felt like the only way you could survive is to allow people to abuse you. And so it's not about saying that it's good to have people violate your boundaries. It's just understanding why you did it and that it served a purpose. Same thing could be said if, let's say, you're very academically oriented or you're very achievement oriented, and so you feel like you're a perfectionist and you have to excel. And perhaps that comes from a belief that the only way that you could be accepted or loved is by being good at something, right? So if you weren't good, then you weren't going to get love. So that's another example of why it's good to be the way you were, because you needed to do that because it served a purpose at the time. But now that you sort of expand your mind and you sort of open up to changing who you are, or perhaps you're realizing that this pattern no longer serves you, and so you're just finding approval for, okay, this is why I did that, right? It served a purpose. It was a good thing at the time. But now I don't want to do that anymore because I'm finding that it's damaging to me, and this pattern is not good for me. I don't like this. I don't like the person that I've become, even though at some point this was who I am. So this is what approval means, right? Approval is saying, yes, I accept, I understand, and I have compassion for who I was, but right now I don't want to be that anymore. And so now you're allowed to sort of let go of resistance to why you were that way. And so all this self-rejection, self-hate, self-critical, self-judgment, all these ideas sort of eventually fade away because you're accepting yourself for where you were, and now that's going to free you up and allow you to move on to what you prefer instead of attaching yourself to this pattern that you used to have. All right, so hopefully that helps. Thanks for watching.